Hi everybody, welcome to Kyle of All Time. This is my new YouTube channel. The name Kyle of All Time comes from my Twitch and my X handles. Originally I was Kyle Games back in the days when Minecraft first came out. I was able to get Kyle Games as a username. But as time went on and I expanded that username into different areas, Kyle Games became less and less available, so I had to add on some numbers to my username, eventually settling on Kyle Games 413 for my Twitch account, which I started in 2020 for PAX Online. In May of 2024, I had went to Texas for the Gathering of the Kyles, and I was assigned number 247, or 24/7. So I had made the joke to myself, hey, I'm Kyle all the time. So it gave me the idea of changing my username from Kyle Games 413 to something else. And I had ran a poll on my Twitter, which only gotten one vote for all time Kyle. But what happened was, again, being as far into the age of the internet as we are, that username was already taken on all the different platforms. So I had a thought of changing it to just Kyle of All Time. And would you know, it is stuck. The Twitch was available, the X was available, where I already have 300 and 100 plus followers on each of those platforms. So I decided to expand my branding into Kyle of All Time, which now that I have over 100 followers on each of those other platforms, I decided to move into YouTube for this new YouTube channel. So what we're going to do in today's video is, I am currently in my attic, so we're going to do an unboxing of sorts. So I'm going to just give you a brief overview and what's in all these boxes down here, and then I will leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide what you want to see next. If you see something that I have in one of these boxes here that interests you, that you want me to talk more about, then we can go ahead and make more content based on that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're starting off with this big box here, which should be basically all of my Lorcana stuff. Blank paper. You can see we got the, what's this one? The Shimmering Skies booster box in there. More blank paper. Blank paper. We have the shoe box here. That's my DS games. Then we got, oh, broke that box. Got some loose card sleeves down there. There's my Ursula Deep Trouble game. More booster boxes. We can see here, I got this one labeled Lorcana Set 5. So that's what we are looking at in this box. The shoe box in the back here, if I can get to it, is just all my starter deck boxes. I got a couple more that have to go back in there from my room. But other than that, that's all like Lorcana boxes and whatnot. I do have my master sets in binders that I can show you guys in another video if you want to see more of my Lorcana stuff. But that's the box that's up here in the attic. So this big plastic trash bag here is basically all of my Pokemon plushes. I really know where in my room to keep this stuff. So you see you got the big Pikachu Squishmallow in there. I got this Pikachu pillow. That is actually a hat from a plush that I made, and I think that's downstairs, so I will take that with me downstairs. That's not even a Pokemon plush. I don't know why I still have that. But you can see this one was handmade by my sister. Then you got an Amogus that I tried to make. I didn't finish making it because I don't have the backpack on them. But then you got big Korok friend. Got a Brian in here. He's not Pokemon, but still a plush. Bidoof is in here. Then I got my Piplup Squishmallow. There's more stuff in there, and probably more stuff I got to put in here, but that's my big bag of Pokemon plushes. Here we got a few boxes for a few Lego sets. I have a tote further down in the attic for my Lego sets, so once I find that tote, I could put those in there with it to just tidy things up a little bit. Just to point out here, I do have a Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar that's got to go in that same tote when I do get around to finding it. And then just to point out here, I have a Pikachu carrying case that I got a couple years ago for Christmas for the Switch, and I do have the wireless, well, it's not a wireless controller, it's a wired controller that came with that, with the same Pikachu design emblazoned on it. Then that's going to bring us to this other moving box here. This is just kind of like a general box I stuffed random stuff in my room from. So you can see there's Pokemon cards, there's McDonald's toys and whatnot. I do got more, I can see it here. We do have more card pages in there that I really got to pull out. Those go with that Pokemon binder. There's a couple Elite Trainer boxes down there that have to go with the other Elite Trainer boxes. I got, that looks like Switch Sports down there. No, yeah, that's Switch Sports. I haven't played that lately, but I know I do got to probably stick it in my Switch at some point and get it updated. Other than that, it's kind of just general stuff that I picked up off my floor in my room. So it's a mix of Nintendo, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that fun stuff. And this is kind of a mishmash of sleeves and random stuff that I kind of just picked up out of my room. So I got to resort that. My goal for this small box here is really just be my plain sleeve storage. Right here we got this box. It's a smaller box with my Pokemon 151 collection in there, and then I got the binder collection and the Zapdos box. Further up here, if I can get to it without hurting myself, we have another box here. As you can see, the Scarlet and Violet logo sticking out. That box is folded to the top with Elite Trainer boxes. I know this other box here that I talked about earlier is probably going to be sorted out so I can put all of this 151 collection and the Elite Trainer box are in here and other loose Pokemon stuff into the thing. If you look further down the attic there, you can see that, let's see, make sure that my address isn't on it. If you look further down the attic there, you can see that pizza box there, that red and white checkered box. That is actually full of Pokemon collection boxes. So there are jumbo cards in there. There's promo cards in there. I'm thinking about just, there's no booster packs in there because I took all the booster packs out. I think I had a couple pin collections in there. So it's like I already took the pins out of it. So I might be able to just get away with like storing the promos and jumbo cards in their own binders and then moving that whole box out of the attic. So my next goal from this point is to try, you could see just short of that checkered box there, that's the hatchway that goes down to our garage. So I do want to get these boxes further up out of the way here so there's a path to that hatchway, and then we can explore the stuff on the left here. Also on the right, we do have some cross-stitch projects that I did, and we got this bird and these prices. Then we got diamond paintings. So if you know me, you know that I'm into diamond painting. This was a kit that was bought for me. And as you can see, it's one of these pre-made kits that they give you all the gems for already. So if you look down the side here, you can see all the colors that are listed. This one is another thing that my sister made for me. That's not neat. Morpheus. That's Morpheus. What if I told you this isn't cross-stitch? I got this Patriots one here. I've actually done two of the same painting. I think I bought one and then somebody else gifted me another Patriots kit. So we have that. This box here, it's a Sega Master System 2. Childhood memories there. Try to move stuff down. And this is another, what we got here? We got some loose Pokemon promo cards. Again, those have got to be stored away properly. Then we got my air fryer box here, which is just generally more Nintendo stuff. You can see my my blue SP is in there. I got a Pokeball, Psyduck. That's my Pro controller for my Switch, which I don't think works anymore. I think there's something wrong with it, with one of the Joy-Cons or something. It's not responsive as it should be. But again, more Pokemon stuff. You can see a couple more boxes down there. Knockout box. We got this Pokemon pinball game. And then this stack here is just more diamond paintings. You can see it says Gen 2. Those are Pokemon diamond paintings. And I got Gen 1 art. This is stuff I boxed up at the beginning of the year. Gen 3 should be underneath that. And then there is one larger box underneath that, which is, believe it or not, more Pokemon stuff. There's basically all my old school cards are down there. So, that next thing, we have our Now Panic and Freak Out poster. Then we got that box is just novel stuff. I used to write novels back in the day. We're going to get this aisle opened up, and then we'll do the left side here. All right, so I made it over here to the other end of my attic where the access panel is. But this box here is my unframed diamond paintings. This is probably one of the larger diamond paintings I've done. Got Link and Navi. But we also got another one in here. Not video game related. It's probably about the same size right here. Yeah, that's another 50 by 40. I did this pug a while back. This one is square drill as opposed to round drill, which like 99% of my other diamond paintings have been. But then we got a few more other unframed diamond paintings in there. Then we got this other box here. I don't even know what's in it. Oh, we got comic books. That is comic books. My dad gave me his comic books, and we still have to. We were supposed to go through and like catalog all that stuff like a decade ago. Honestly, I had started to like go through and like make a list of like all the stuff that we have, because that's maybe just a sampling of what's actually up here as far as comic books. But actually, in fact, if we look over here, kind of like behind me, got this one, two, three here, and I think this is a fourth one. Nope, that's school stuff. But that's like 3 more boxes of comic books right there from back in the day. So Dad and I have a project to do. Go through and catalog those and see if they're actually what's worth what. And that's a camping bag from Scouts. And I got another box of Scout stuff up here. We got our close-up here of our Pokemon cards, or Pokemon card boxes, as you see. I left the jumbos and promos in them, but for the sake of maybe eliminating the boxes, I might see about just putting the promos and jumbos away and recycling the rest of the boxes here. So if you got an opinion on that, let me know. Really don't have much like display space personally for all the Pokemon stuff I have, so a lot of it gets boxed up and put up here in the attic. Here we have a plastic tote that's basically mostly yarn, crochet stuff, cross stitching. There's an origami animal kit in there that I've had for years. But yeah, I do occasionally crochet. I haven't made anything in a while, but I do occasionally handle a hook. Then you got Pokemon Battle Academy, which I should just put on top of here. Move that aside. Alright, so I moved that box of Pokemon stuff aside to see what's in this tote. There's another box in there. I'm assuming this is all electrical stuff. Yeah, that's all like my Arduino. I have my Arduino somewhere in the box. Yeah, actually, that's it right here. Bought this back when I was in college, but I never really committed to using it. Then I have a controller in there that was from a VR headset that somebody bought me, but I could never get working because I didn't have the right phone for it at the time. Just wires and stuff. And then further down, you can see I have some assembled Nintendo Labo projects in there. I still have to finish. I know eventually I'm going to have to go back and finish the Nintendo Labo stuff that I opened up. Cause I have that the toy kit. I don't have the giant robot kit. I only bought when I got that. I think that was like clearance, so it was like I ended up getting just the one kit because that was all I could afford at the time out of that sale. This is, I think it's just. I don't think there's anything special in here. That's just the packaging from the yeah, that's just my PlayStation 5 box. And then kind of shuffling things around here to give you guys a good idea. That's just a box. That's work stuff. Yeah, we got more comic book boxes here. You can see this is a note that I wrote because I can recognize my handwriting. That's my handwriting up there. You can see I did that like a decade ago. I had a spreadsheet on my computer, so it says cataloged red, so that's probably the color code I used for that particular box. So if I were to go back into, oh yeah, I can catalog 1 through 32. I'm believing that is Defenders, which is like the precursor to Avengers. So there's that. And then this Amazon box here is just my college stuff. UMass Lowell. Then we got this box of various school stuff. That's my cap and gown from college. That is a media sideline course pass from the Boston Marathon 2012. I was a weather spotter at that event. I think, yeah, that's just a folder for the thing wrapped in my cap and gown. Various birthday cards. Commencement stuff. Then just various school awards and stuff. I won't go too far into detail with that, but there's like summer camp shirts and scout shirts in there and whatnot. Then I got this box of shirts up here for various events they've either attended or that were significant, like sporting events and stuff. We'll just bring that down. This is my scouting tote. You could see that beige, the book in there, and then there's that beige uniform. Then there's a couple scouting shirts in there. And then if I were to go deeper into that, you'd see there's a binder in there. That binder has it's got card pages, but that's actually all of my like merit badge stuff. So that's something I could dive deeper into. Because I know there's like, when I was in Boy Scouts, I made Life Scout, but I missed like a bunch of merit badges just because, you know, I was really bringing like my homework with me to Scouts, and, you know, I had to like eventually make that executive decision to kind of like break off from Scouts because it was like I was just bringing my homework to meetings and whatnot, and I knew like basically there was a better chance of me getting salutatorian than there was making Eagle, so it was like. So I just made that choice to leave Scouts. And plus, like, I like turned 18. Once I turned 18 and I knew I was like going away for college, there was like no point to continuing. More plushes in this cloth bag here. You can see there's a Teddy Ursa corduroy in there. There's more corduroy down there. I got quite a few of the corduroy ones. I could see a Score Bunny, Bulbasaur. There's a blue Yoshi in there. Lots of plushes, so I got like 2 bags of plushes in here. Telescope I don't use. There's a beach shovel in there. This tote underneath the Scout stuff. Let's get to that. I think that's my Lego box, I want to say. Nope, that is mothballs. Okay, got mothballs in there, crocheted stuff. Sleeping bag. Pokemon hat. More recently, I was a Pokemon scout for one Halloween. So I had a bunch of the Pokeball patches, and I bought like a beige shirt and did all that stuff. Ooh, see here, more Pokemon stuff. I bought a few of these Crown Zenith boxes. There's no like difference between them. Like the Scarlet and Violet has a Scarlet and a Violet box. Crown Zenith, I just bought like bulk Crown Zenith boxes for some reason. Just trying to collect the cards. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm not anywhere close to finishing that collection either. Then that I'm going to throw downstairs. That's just a box for my headphones for work. There's a carrying case in there I want to use. This should go in. This is the Red Sox World Series 2004 shirt. So that would have been my freshman year of high school. That happened. And that's going to go in that box over there. I'll have to straighten that out later. But that's going to go in that box because I think I got some Patriots Super Bowl shirts in there. Got another Sega thing here. This is one of those off-brand 81 and 1 game systems here. This one can actually take the cartridges, so if I find any like Genesis cartridges for games that aren't on this thing, oh, just standing up here. If I find any cartridges that for games that aren't on this, I can buy them up and play them there. Working my way out the attic. We got another card binder here. That's all my old Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I lived in my mom's house until I was like 2016. And when I moved out, I took like all the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff with me. So I have an agreement that like if I sell any of my Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that's like pre-2016, I gotta split that with my sister. Dynamite. Let's see. I don't think there's anything in this Dell box. I think that's just work monitor. Yeah, that's also a work monitor. I am going to slide those further down. I put my thumb through the box. Good job. Yeah, those are just monitor boxes in case I have to return my work stuff anytime soon. And then I believe this was the main thing. One of the main things I was trying to get to was, yeah, you can see the Lego trays in there. I got Jenga. Got a glass chess set. Rubik's Cubes. I have a decent collection of various Rubik's Cubes. Just random board game stuff in here. I think there's a Lego set in that shoebox, and then there's the is that an A-Wing? Yeah, that's an A-Wing. There's an A-Wing in that box. Lego. Alright, and then I got some random electrical stuff. This is a set of speakers, but this, a long time ago I tried to build my own DDR control box. Didn't necessarily get it done, but got some arrow buttons in there, some arcade controls. I got a couple boxes here. This is a, that's the PAX Explorer patch set. So I just bought a shadow box and I put that into a frame. And then this one is a little more special to me. That's PAX 2020. PAX 2020 was the first year that I went to PAX. So in addition to the merch patch that I got for 2020 from East, as I was going through collecting different things, I collected all the show patches for 2020. So you also have PAX South in here and PAX Online in here as well as Australia and Unplugged. And I think the last box I got to explore here is this one, which I think is just, yeah, this is just Christmas stuff. So I got some gift bags in there. Got a big stuffed dog in here with jingle bells on it. And just other various boxes and wrappers. And a metal detector. Alright, so that's where I am going to wrap things up for today. As you can tell by how much I'm sweating, it is very hot in this attic. So I'm going to go ahead and get to a cooler climate here. But if there was anything that you saw in this video that you'd like me to make a deep dive on, leave your comments in the comment section below, and you can follow me on Twitch at Kyle of All Time, as well as X at Kyle of All Time, and I will be making videos weekly through at least September, so definitely if you have any feedback or anything you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and leave a suggestion. And until next time, good luck and have fun.